I finally received my Anycubic Kobra S1 Combo 3D printer today. Took them about a month, less 2 days to send this. So I'm gonna open it up and check it out. They did put on the corners here, at least on the top, some of these plastic corners to protect it, plus the foam. So that's pretty cool. This is the top here. There's the panel that I took off. And I guess they just dropped the ACE unit right in here. So I'm gonna take that out right now. I'm one of those guys that don't read instructions. I take stuff out of the box, try to put it together, and only if I break something, then I go read the instructions. But when I couldn't get the ACE system out, I did go read the instructions. And there's 2 screws in here that I need to take out. So they did secure it in pretty well for shipping purposes. One thing I don't like right off the bat, I didn't even get to take the wrapping all off or anything, is I don't like this door. Like, it's plastic. I don't mind plastic or whatever, but I don't like the door because it doesn't open any further than that. I don't know, maybe later on or whatever, I'll do a modification to it. Because eventually I'm going to bump into that door and it's going to end up breaking. There we go. By the way, there's my Ender KE, still broken. I try to figure, it's creating dust already. I try to figure out what's wrong with it every once in a while, but then I get so upset. Paid $500 for this printer, 400 and something, and in 4 months it broke on me. I'm so pissed off. Not only that, you try to get a hold of customer service. You ask them a question about the printer and they turn around and talk, oh, it's like, I don't know, you ask them something about the printer and they talk back to you answering something about apples and oranges and bananas, pretend they don't speak good English. Just a pain in the ass. That's what pisses me off the most. I guess this is hardware, whatever. Yeah. There's 4 screws that hold this plate on. This is where the ACE was sitting on top, and it also protects the bed. Okay, one thing that doesn't really sit well with me is this top piece here is plastic. It just bends. It's just a piece of plastic, right? That's fine. But then they have this unit here, the ACE unit, which takes 4 rolls of filament. And here's the rubber feet on it. And this thing is supposed to sit right on the plastic. Like, it doesn't even sit on the edges here. It sits right on the plastic door. Like, I don't know, man, but that doesn't really sit well with me. Like, they could have at least put the feet out a little bit more. Make this like an inch bigger. Put the feet out a little bit more so the ACE system can sit on the frame instead of right on the plastic. There's another plug here for another harness. I'm guessing, which I think that's what it's for. It's in case you want to add another A system. You guys need to check this out. All right. A $900 machine, 900 and something that I paid for this machine. And this is the gift they give you. Okay? They give you this filament as a gift. I would have rather not them let me see this. Like, this is just pathetic. Like, why even put that in the box? I'll make something, I guess, to hold it in like that. So I installed the flash drive. It's just gonna go through a whole bunch of settings, I guess, level up and do whatever it wants to do. Okay, it went through its thing. It wasn't that bad. It took maybe 10 minutes. I didn't really time it, but 10 minutes, maybe even less. It did a vibration test, man. This table is really sturdy. If I didn't have it on this table, like, it did such a vibration test that I thought it was actually gonna fall off the table. I'm not pushing it. Yeah, it's accepting it. I don't like these cardboard spools. Like, some of them come bent, so I don't know if this is gonna work properly. This is about a foot away from the machine. That's how loud this machine is. Like, I can handle that. And that's how loud it is with the door open. That's my second print. Here, it's a 3.5 hour print. And so far so good. I like the layers on that. It's nice and smooth. Here's a print that I'm doing for Blaster go-kart. It messed up there a bit, but that's my fault, because in the slicer I didn't put the proper supports on there, so I can't blame the machine for that. But that's actually coming out awesome. It's a 9-hour print, so far so good. Like I said, I'm the one that messed that up. But I'm not gonna stop it, I'm gonna let it go, because it's only supports, but even without those supports, it seems to be printing perfectly. Leveling the bed, by the time you start the print, or click to start the print, till the time it starts printing, it's about 4.5 minutes, almost 5 minutes. It's a little long, but I'm okay with it. These cardboard spools are not the greatest. And I have no clue what it's doing. It's just sitting. There it goes. Extrusion abnormal. Maybe because it's... So here's a problem I ran into. When I fed in the filament, like, I went to print with the yellow and it's giving me errors. When I went to print, let me just try to turn this thing around a bit. The yellow didn't feed in properly when I put the filament in. And it looped around and came back up, so it didn't go right into the tube for some reason. So now I'm going to try to get that out. I'll see if I can set up the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing here. It's so dark here. I'm trying to hold the flashlight with one hand. For some reason I can't seem just to pull it back. I'll probably have to unscrew this unit here. Yeah, it's stuck in between the gears there. I'll bring the camera over, see if maybe you guys can see better. Right in there. The filament got stuck in between the gear right here. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna put this back now. Well, I'll get this filament out, put this back. Anyway, you gotta make sure that the filament is fed in properly. I noticed that when with the blue came out when I installed the blue. I noticed that it twirled back up again. But with the yellow, I thought it fed in properly. It does tell you that though. Make sure that you straighten out the filament. Make sure you put it in properly. There you go. There's two screws for this cover here. There's one screw on this end here and one screw on this end. The yellow is feeding in properly now, so that's a good sign. This is that piece that messed up on the supports here. And it actually printed nicely. It's nice and smooth. This is silk silver, metallic. And this stuff is, from what I heard, and I've had problems with it also, it's not easy to print with. Because of the temperature settings and that. But this is default settings, and this thing printed out pretty good. Except over here, the support's messed up a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see it. This here is the top to it. Now another thing that I didn't like this piece here is right here. But every printer on default settings has this problem with spheres and like rounded surfaces. Everything else came out really nice except for the top. I went on my Ender 3 version 2 to do a little print of this elephant, and if you guys can see, it does exactly the same thing. So it's not the printer, it's just the settings on the slicer. I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube on how to clean this up. Not completely, but a lot of it up. On how to set the slicer, how you set your settings on the slicer to clean most of this up. I just never went through those videos because I've never had the need to. But now I am gonna go and check those settings out. So I'm pretty sure this can be fixed. These are a few other parts that I printed for the same thing. The Terminator. That came out nice and smooth. This is the spine for the Terminator. So the prints come out really nice. I really like the printer. Look at that. That's really nice. I did have that problem with the yellow filament. That was my fault. I searched a lot of videos before I bought this printer to see the differences between printers and everything, and every printer that uses the combo colors, they say to make sure that you straighten out that filament before you feed them. So this is not the only printer that has that problem, which you can't, I don't know if you can call it a problem. You just got to make sure that filament is straight before you feed it in. One thing I don't like what they did is put that little filament in the box. Like, that's, I paid $950 for this printer, Canadian money, and they go and put that stupid filament in the box. Like, I would rather them not let me see that. That's just, I don't know, I think it's pathetic. They could have at least gave you a 250 gram spool. Anyway, people, that's my take on this printer. I like it. Hopefully it lasts me longer than the KE did. Don't forget to subscribe. I want to thank all my subscribers. We ended up reaching the 1,000 mark. I want to thank every single one of you guys for sticking with me, especially when I went through a couple of years without putting any videos up. You guys helped me get to this point. Cheers, man. I want to thank every single one of you again. I'll see you on the next one. Or talk to you anyway. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already.